typical day at Adelphi. It's always a mixed bag. It's generally always very dynamic and busy, but day to day it can be a mix of things. It could be sometime at my desk, doing some thinking, doing some research, doing some writing. I always try and check in with my team at least once a week. The good thing about Adelphi is there aren't too many team meetings. There's not too much bureaucracy, so we do get to spend most of our time doing the actual work that we love doing, and less time in the boring parts. But it could be field research. It could be on the ground in Nepal or in Sudan. It could be going to the Foreign Office, having meetings with the people that we're looking to inform and advise. It could be participating in roundtable dialogues, speaking in panels. But yeah, also the interesting part, which is sitting at our desks and actually getting on with the day-to-day work as well. So I am a conflict person. I have a peacebuilding background, and before Adelphi I was the head of climate change and peacebuilding at an NGO, a peacebuilding NGO called International Alert, based in London. And what brought me to Berlin, what brought me to Adelphi was the global leadership that Adelphi was showing on climate change and peacebuilding amongst all the think tanks and institutions in the world. I think Adelphi was right up there at the top. So yeah, I was drawn in and haven't regretted my decision to move. And the very nice thing about Adelphi is it's not very hierarchical. So now I am a senior project manager at Adelphi working on this theme, and that's a nice role, because even though it's not a head of division as such, it makes absolutely no difference to my day-to-day work. The responsibility and the impact that my work has, it just shows that it's a very unhierarchical organization without heads of divisions and no unnecessary bureaucracy. We just get on with our work. That's easy. That's the people. The people that I work with are what make my job as satisfying as it is. Adelphi is made up of people from different sectors, different academic or intellectual disciplines. So the thoughts and ideas that are exchanged are diverse and vibrant, and it makes for some really good creative working. But we're all unified in some common values, and that is great for me. We're all unified in our belief in sustainable development and a climate-proof future. So there's a common thread amongst all of us, despite our diverse backgrounds. And if you open the fridge at Adelphi, you see this in real life. There's a lot of vegan milk. I think for somebody to work at Adelphi, they need to be creative. They need to be an ideas person and be happy to be proactive, come up with ideas, come up with solutions. They need to be entrepreneurial. They need to be able to see a challenge or a problem and see that as an opportunity to address through research, through policy, through the kind of responses that Adelphi offers. So at the moment, Adelphi is about 200 people, which I think is a perfect number for an organisation such as Adelphi. We're big enough to be able to cover the range of themes and topics that keep us able to address the key issues in this field, and yet we're small enough that we can all know each other and work together, and it's a human organisation. But growing beyond this will mean that perhaps there's a tendency to become more bureaucratic and administratively minded, and that can affect our agility and this kind of human dimension, which I think is at the heart of Adelphi. And I hope that for the future, Adelphi is able to continue the work that we're doing, but without growing to become more bureaucratic, because at the moment we are agile, we are nimble, we can respond to things before the issue hits the fan. We can preempt issues, we can position ourselves to be able to set the agenda. And I think as organizations grow larger, sometimes they lose that nimbleness, that agility, because they have to go through all sorts of bureaucratic hoops. And I don't think Adelphi is going to go down that path. And for me, that would be the ideal future for Adelphi, to stay dynamic and agile.